boy Reese has spoken in yet again. This is another thoughts on video, but it's a bit different than usual. I'm actually going to be doing it in person because it's a thoughts on an actual thing that I've got. The thoughts on for today is pretty much going to be the Windows Surface. I've had this for quite a couple of weeks. It is a really good tablet in my eyes once it turns on. But yeah, it is a really good tablet. Pretty much as I normally do on a thoughts on video is I'm going to talk about what the Windows tablet is. The Windows tablet is pretty much a touchscreen Windows tablet. Pretty much it's called the Windows Surface RT. You guys are probably wondering what does that mean. It is pretty much more the case that it is a Windows product. The nickname of the actual tablet is called the Surface. And pretty much all it literally is RT is the running system. I don't actually know what RT stands for, however I know there are two types. There's the RT and then there's the Surface Pro. They pretty much sell this as a typical kind of, what would you call it? Kind of like a tablet PC pretty much. The specs on it aren't bad. It's got things like 2 gigs worth of RAM, it's got quite a nice screen. It's a 10.1 inch tablet, so quite a big screen. As you can see if I hold it closer, it is quite a big screen. I can slightly hold it with one hand, as you can see, but not very securely, but it is decent. But obviously I mainly bought this, that's pretty much the overall really of just what it is, what the Windows tablet is really. But my thoughts on it, I've had it for a couple of weeks. I've had it I think through about a month. So, but my thoughts on it pretty much is it is a very good tablet. It is pretty much a Windows, I'd say it's more like a convertible, because it's the fact that it's a tablet and it's a PC at the same time. It's the fact that it's actually got all of the Windows running operating system on here. So it's got things like Word, PowerPoint, Excel and OneNote, but it's also the fact that it's got all the convenience of a tablet, so it's really quick, it powers up really quickly, it's got really good screen quality, so you can watch movies and films and stuff like that. It's really good. But yeah, so I've been using it for a couple of weeks. It's just simple to use really, it's not difficult. Obviously the one thing I would say that it depends on you, but getting used to, is I come from the Apple background. I haven't had an Apple tablet, but I've had the iPhone, so obviously I'm used to the App Store. And then having to go onto this and go onto the Windows Store, it's a little bit of getting used to. However, I have an Xbox, so it's the fact that the store isn't really too different to that. But it's just a little bit of getting used to. However, this does unfortunately have some cons. One con being the main one, which I think actually off the top of my head pretty much is the only one, is that when I first got this, the software on it actually has created a bug which mucks up the Wi-Fi. Pretty much it's the fact that this thing will drop in and out of Wi-Fi like no one's business. It's just the fact that it doesn't like connecting. I then had to go on the internet and look for a fix, which then had to take me into the actual running coding of the software, change a couple of bits and change the Wi-Fi kind of hertz. So unfortunately I've had to do that now. So, but now that's actually sorted it, so hopefully in the next coming weeks there is a bug update which sorts that. But apparently in the next coming weeks as well, 8.1 is going to be coming out, so that's kind of the overall version. So they're actually getting rid of RT to upgrade it by 8.1 because they feel that RT not really the best of things. I think 8.1 is actually coming out when the next Windows Surface coming out. As I say, this has been out for about a year, and the new tablet's coming out in about 2 months' time. So as I say, I've only had mine for a month, and already 3 months later, they're already doing another Surface. But I'm not really too fussed. I'm not really too fussed about how much they upgrade it. Another con on it, but to be honest, that's like any sort of touchscreen technology, is it's a fingerprint magnet. That is literally all it is. As you can see, if I hold it like that, you guys can see the fingerprints all over this thing, and it's not too much of a worry, but after a while, if you're someone like me that does get a bit annoyed at actual kind of touch screen kind of thing being all dirty and stuff like that, it can get a bit annoying after a while. But just showing you the inner workings of it, guys. That's pretty much, if I move closer to the camera and just look over the top, this is pretty much the inner workings of the Windows Surface operating system. Very, very fluid. As you can see, I've got kitted out with quite a lot of apps and games and stuff like that. But it's really simple to use. If I just lean past the camera quickly, it does actually come as well with the type surface, or the touch surface should I call it. And pretty much what that does is it just kind of clicks onto the bottom, and then it makes it kind of like a nice fold in, and it just folds really, that's all it is. I am considering also getting the type surface, which pretty much is a little bit bulkier, because as you can see, also the thing with this is it's quite thin as well, is that's the thickness of the tablet, and that's the thickness of the actual touch cover. I am considering it the type cover, which is a little bit thicker. However, you can actually feel the buttons, because on the, if I just separate this and put the tablet on the floor, as you can see, it is pretty much just a keyboard, but there's no buttons. It's all capacitive pretty much. There's no actual buttons that you push down, which is a little bit weird for me, to be perfectly honest. So it's the fact that I am considering, when I've got a little bit more money after Christmas and I'm not spending it out for Christmas presents, I am considering getting the type surface. But overall, guys, thoughts on this: a very, very good tablet if you are not someone that is an Apple fanboy. But as you can see, I have got an iMac behind me and I have a MacBook. If you guys are the kind of person that the kind of people that don't like Apple products or just want something different, I'd say definitely go for this. It's a reasonable price. I actually picked this up from Argos for, I think it was $330. However, that got me this, and quickly another pro of it being that you can expand it using a micro SD card slot just underneath the actual kickstand, which is that. You can actually expand it via 64 gig. I've actually just got a 32 gig in here that was on offer with the tablet. However, if you are a student, if you are going to uni, you can actually go onto the Microsoft official website and get this for about £251 without the touch cover. And then I think for the touch cover it's like 287, I think. I say you can buy the 64 gig model, however I do just recommend buying the cheaper version and just boosting it with the SD card, because to be honest, if you're using a tablet, you're not really wanting to put too much on it except for like films and stuff. If you're packing this thing out with over 64 gig, then I want to know why you're putting more than 64 gig unless it's really big films. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the review, or the thoughts on, sorry, should I say. It's in a review format, but I hope you guys enjoyed the thoughts on about the Windows Surface. And as I always say, my name's Reese Spoken. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.